Sourcing from China is a complete shit fight at the minute. Long lead times to get stock out of the country, difficulties with tariffs getting into other countries. There is a better way, and I think the better way is to source directly from Australia or sourcing domestically. So if you're going to sell things on Amazon here in Australia, sourcing from Australia is a bloody awesome way to go about doing that. So in this video, and for the next 6 videos as well, so depending on which video you watch, there's actually 7 videos in this series. I'm going to go through exactly how to source your products from Australia. I'm going to cover all the different sourcing strategies, whether that's sort of trade shows or industry associations, whatever it may be. I'm going to show you a deep dive so you will know exactly how you can source your products right here in Australia. Now, if this sort of content interests you, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. As I said, this is one of 7 videos I'm doing all about sourcing in Australia. I'm going to go really deep into it, and I think if you are selling on Amazon here in Australia or considering doing that, you'll get a ton out of it. So to make sure you don't miss one of these videos, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. All right, so with that little preamble, let's get into it. The next great way to find suppliers for your Amazon business or your e-commerce business here in Australia is to use industry associations. Now, there are lots and lots of fantastic industry associations right around Australia, starting with chambers of commerce. So here you've got the Victorian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And then we've got Business New South Wales. And then here we've got the great grand Australian Chamber of Commerce. I'm going to say that is not as good as going to one of these, okay? That's been my experience. So far, at least, I've had the best results when I go to a state-based Chamber of Commerce versus the nation-based one, because they tend to be much more interested in helping out at a more kind of granular level, all right? They tend to be much more interested in that. And they tend to understand who their members are a lot better than like a nationwide industry body versus some that's a lot more focused on a region itself, okay? So there's that. I'm looking for one more for you. A Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Or I'm going to give you that in a second. So here's how you use that. You know what you want to source. You know what that's made of. You know either the main category it's in, or it's a pet product, or it's a leather manufacturer that I'm looking for instance, you know, whatever that will be. Call the Chamber of Commerce, speak to them, and ask them if they can put you in touch with some companies that specialize in the manufacturing of those goods. Now, what you're going to discover when you do that is this. First of all, the person you speak to will be a secretary, meaning they are not experts in your niche. They are not experts in that leather manufacturing niche at all. So you can feel comfortable, therefore, calling them and talking about it, because as far as they're concerned, you are the expert. You are the expert, because their knowledge of that thing will be 0. And they will also be super chuffed that you are giving them the opportunity to do something cool for their members, because it costs money to be a member of this, and the way that they prove that they're worth the money that's paid to them is by recommending people. That's what these are really good for, okay? So super cool thing. Please use them. Aussie businesses join these chambers, manufacturing and things like that, and they've got a big long list that are members of them. They will be able to help you find somebody in Australia. It's a super, super cool way of doing it. All right. So you've got victorianchamber.com.au, Business New South Wales. I personally not had a huge amount of success with that. However, I continue calling them because, who knows? The Australian Chamber, Business New South Wales is cool. It's the Australian Chamber that I haven't had a heap amount of success with. And then, of course, you've got the Australian Suppliers website. We'll talk about that in just a second. And then I've got this for you. So I've got this big list of industry associations. So you've got this level, which is the Victorian Chamber of Commerce. So that covers all businesses, okay? But then some industries have got their own industry body as well of that, okay? So what I've got here for you is a big long list of those as well. So in all sorts of different areas, okay? All sorts of different crazy shit. That's just a big long list of specific industry associations in Australia, along with their websites that you can use. I'm going to give you the link for that. In just a second, I'm going to teach you how to get to it, okay? This is a really, really good strategy. Really great way of finding things. The thing what you have to understand is that for us as business to consumer marketers, business to consumer entrepreneurs, what we have to become very good at is getting our message out. Telling people about our products, telling people how freaking awesome they are. That's what we have to become very, very good at to become very successful in our chosen endeavors. However, manufacturers have to become very successful at making the thing. That's their area of expertise. It's not in telling people about the thing. That's our job. It's in making the thing, okay? That's why they join these kind of associations. That's why they do that. So they can use these people to do that marketing for them, all right? Very, very cool. Works really well. That's why we use them to find our suppliers. All right, so I'm going to give you the link for this in just a second. Before I do, I'm going to do that at the end. Before I do, let's do some questions related to this. Julie Gunny, do you need a company able to register a ticket for a trade show? Nope, not usually. I can get Paul Gurr to speak to the group. Okay, cool. Get it. Do it. Put him in touch with me, Natalie. I'm just wondering how the price negotiations work here with Australian suppliers. It's exactly the same. Negotiating prices is a universal thing. Their job is to get you to pay the most money. Your job is to get to pay a fair price for a great quality product. That's your job. It's not to pay the lowest possible price. That's a bullshit goal. You'll just end up with the lowest quality product. What your job is to pay a fair price for amazing quality. That's how you really, really do well on Amazon. Bum, 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 ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. All right, so Australian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. This has got a big list of members as well. But again, my advice to you is to go to the specific chambers and call them, tell them what you're looking for, and let them help you. Because what will happen is they will introduce you. And an introduction from the Victorian Chamber of Commerce is worth its weight in gold. You're instantly a far more important person, yeah? Far more important person. That video was taken from my regular Monday night Q&A session where I answer members of the Aussie online entrepreneurs questions all about building their Amazon business. We've got over 2,500 members right here in Australia with sales of over $50 million. If you'd like to find out more about joining us, helping you build your Amazon business, check us out at www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. See you next time. Bye.